Hello and welcome to this review of the popular series on Netflix named Dark. As I mentioned in my last video, that I will give the ratings first, and then go on to explain why I believe it deserves that rating. So, I will give this series 4 stars out of 5, and will explain this rating in the review. Also, this will be a spoiler-free review in the first half, then I will move on to some spoilers. But don't worry, I will let you know when we are going to talk about spoilers. This will give you enough time to pause the video and watch the series, and come back to the review. So, sit back and relax, as we get into it. So, the synopsis of Dark is as follows. In 2019, a local boy's disappearance stokes fear in the residents of Winden, a small German town with a strange and tragic past. Pretty good so far. There are only 3 seasons, but that seems to be enough to tell the story that the writers wanted. I think that any more would have made the story drag along and lose sight of the story they are trying to tell. The show has an excellent cast with everyone getting pretty good airtime for their performance, but the show really centers around a few friends. They are Jonas, Martha, her brothers Magnus and Mikkel, and her boyfriend Bartoszes. So, after a local boy goes missing, the group of friends decide to do some snooping around on their own to find the boy's belongings. Their search leads them to a mysterious cave. They thought to themselves that maybe they should venture into the cave, however at the same time they heard a loud strange noise and decided to run away instead. At this point a certain incident takes place which basically sets the tone and storyline for the entire 3 seasons. The pacing of season 1 started a bit slow, but it quickly gained some momentum, especially if you are a fan of this genre. The twists and turns quickly engulfs you, leaving you wanting more. The average running time per episode was 55 minutes, but story, acting and tone of the show made it feel like just 30 minutes. This series was really a new perspective from an already explored genre, with its awe-inspiring story. There was this one particular scene that reveled a twist in a story that I have never seen before. If you try to think about it, you are likely to be trapped in a loop, wondering if this can actually happen, whether it be fiction or real life. The writers did a fantastic job with this story and script. The actors were amazing, each scene was filled with substance and drama to keep you interested in the series. To really get into what makes this series far beyond anything you have seen before, is to introduce spoilers. If you have not seen this show yet and you want to, then please go watch it first and then come back to the review, as I am about to talk about some spoilers. Or if you don't mind the spoilers, then carry on. So the show actually starts where Jonas's father committed suicide by hanging. This clearly has an impact on Jonas since he had to seek counseling for an extended period of time. When he returns to school he finds that his love interest is now together with his best friend. The events took place and they went to the cave at night. They heard the loud noise and fled. After regrouping they realized that they lost Mikkel. The search is now on for him, and this is what sets the tone of the entire series because there are many reveals that will shock you to your core. For instance, Mikkel got stuck in the past 1985 I think, so they looked and looked for him in the present but could not find him. I will leave one more spoiler with you. At this point Mikkel was the youngest of the group, maybe 13 I believe, and he did return to the future, but he took the long way back. Yes, he turned out to be Jonas's father. Just wrap your head around that, and that is the smallest reveal and twist, as there are many more. You should also know that the show takes place in different timelines, or time periods, 33 years apart. So it may be a bit difficult to keep track. But you eventually figure this out, and following the story should not be overwhelming. It is important to know that this is a time-traveling show, so if it's not your thing you may not like it. But if you are a fan of science fiction and time travel, you will love it. Again, hats off to everyone involved here, as I give this series a rating of 4 out of 5. It would have been 5, but there was one thing in particular that happened in the show that I thought was not explained properly, or maybe I just did not see this explanation or understood it. This scene was where they were doing some experiments on the kids that disappeared, but it was not explained why or the purpose of them. As I said, I may have missed it, so please be gentle with the comments. Anyhow, this is my review of Dark. Stay tuned for more reviews and videos. This is Hunter the Avatar saying thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.